Hey, everybody, welcome to the Jim Masters Show live entertainment lifestyle talk show series. Happy holidays, too. We're in the midst of the holiday season. We're coming at you live right now with our entertainment lifestyle talk show series. And it's really great when you guys are with us. We love it. Thanks for all the comments, all the lovity, as we call it, on our Twitter pages, Instagram, Facebook, all at Jim Masters TV. Of course, our YouTube channel, which is you're watching that right now, that is Jim Masters TV. Matter of fact, we would love it if you subscribe to the YouTube channel. While you're there and you're thinking about it, click subscribe and click the notification bell so you never miss any of our episodes. Approaching somewhere around 600 episodes we've done just about 7 days a week live for our entertainment lifestyle talk show series. And we're having a good time doing it. And while you're there, also give this episode and all the episodes that you enjoy a hearty like. That's that little thumbs up icon you see on our YouTube channel, Jim Masters TV. And leave a comment as well on our YouTube channel. Now, if you'd like to comment while the show is live, you can do that in chat if you subscribe to our YouTube channel. So again, subscribe, and we would love to have you guys commenting live. And also, if you don't comment live, you can comment on the YouTube channel as well. Busy day, television shoot earlier for me, then several radio shows we had in the day, and now we're here with all of you, and we absolutely love it. Again, we're having a ball doing this series for all of you here on our YouTube channel, The Jim Masters Show Live. And again, we wish you the best of the season. Darcy Donovan is here. Yes, we're all excited that she's with us. She's coming to us live from Los Angeles, California. We were just having a really epic conversation before we went live. Want to let you know a little bit about her. And then, of course, we'll check in with some of our lovely viewers who are commenting right now. Darcy is an American-born film and television actress, recording artist, author, model, entrepreneur, philanthropist, with a German, Italian, and Brazilian ancestry. Born in Miami and raised in Nashville, Tennessee, Darcy began her career in the entertainment industry as a child actor and started a number of national television commercials at a very young age. She started performing in children's hospitals and raising money for charities in her hometown, and she later competed in talent and beauty competitions, winning the title of Ms. Nashville, Tennessee. That's right. Darcy has appeared in roles for hit movies and television shows, including Modern Family, Parks and Recreation, Anchorman, My Babysitter's a Vampire, Bones, 6 Feet Under, Entourage, Cult, All My Children, My Name is Earl, Las Vegas, and Nip Tuck. Acting in film and television is only a couple of Darcy's passions. A now platinum-selling recording artist, Darcy releases of her first album. They catapulted her singing career and enabled her to tour with well-known artists across the nation, gaining worldwide recognition with a number of tracks off her second album, Distraction. Darcy accumulated over 20 million online streams, which helped her songs reach #1 in ringtone downloads across North America, which is outstanding and astounding. Using a hybrid mix of hip-hop, influenced rap lyrics and silky, sultry vocals with pop club mixes, Darcy has no trouble getting listeners up and out of their seats and ready to dance. Yes. While she keeps busy with film and television and her music career, she also dedicates much of her time to supporting a number of different charities as well that are important to her. And through her influential philanthropic work, she is also really educating others and supporting these charities like the Wildlife Way Station, a sanctuary for exotic animals and test subject animals and more. That's just one of the many that she's involved in. She's dedicated her life to inspiring others as well. She released her highly anticipated inspirational book, Darcy's Daily Dose of Inspiration, in 2018, and working on a spiritual autobiography as well with major studio producers who want to turn it into a feature film. That is just the short list. She's even involved in cryptocurrency and is called the Crypto Queen. We were just talking about how I'm always busy doing a million things. She's busy doing a million things as well. And that's why we're happy that she was able to take a minute or so to join us here on the Jim Masters Show live, especially during the busy holiday season. Let's join her live from Los Angeles, California. Hey, Darcy, welcome to the show.
Hi, Jim. How you doing?
So fantastic.
Hi,
Happy
everybody.
holidays.
Happy holidays to you and your family.
Yes, you as well. And we've got our lovely family that is watching. They are
Yeah.
amazing. They're already loading us up with comments and welcoming you as well.
Oh,
And
that's
happy
awesome.
holiday. Could you believe that the holidays are already here?
No, I got to tell you, I start usually the 1st of October.
You do.
So I do. And I mean, listen, any woman out there can understand. I mean, I've got to tell you, I mean, listen, I have 3 brothers.
Yeah.
So and my dad, everybody, they wait till the last minute. So
Ah,
Jim, do you do that? Be honest now.
wait till the last minute.
You get gifts and
I,
stuff.
well, my thing is, and the problem with my thing is, I say, for example, I'm in the men's department. I'm getting something for my nephew, brother-in-law, cousin, what have you. I see something that I'm getting for them, and then I see something that I like for me. And I'm like, wait a minute, am I shopping for me or for them? And sometimes I come home with bags that are for me and bags that are for them. And the whole
Yeah, but that's
purpose was
smart.
it was supposed to be for them. Do you ever do that?
Yeah, oh yeah. I'm like a squirrel. You know, have you ever seen Ice Age?
Yes.
I'm like that squirrel. People laugh. I every time I go out, I'm like, oh, so and so would like this for Christmas, or so and so would like that. You know, I'm always like gathering. I literally have a room that's pretty much like a gifting room for people for the holidays every single month. Yeah, Jim, I got to get your birthday, by the way. When's your birthday?
September 24th. I'm a Libra.
Ah, September 24th. Okay, so now you're on my list. So
All right.
I have birthdays every month. We are Libra, right?
Libra.
Libra?
Yeah. All about
Oh,
balance and harmony. That's what we crave.
yes,
Balance and
yes.
harmony.
I
Yeah.
love it, love it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the one thing is that you know, I have to think ahead because everything is so hectic. You know,
Yeah.
there's a lot of press junkets or, you know, things happen so fast here in Los Angeles. So
Yes,
if
they
I'm
do.
not on
Yeah.
So I'll tell you, this is a true story. You're gonna laugh, Jim. But so I went ahead, I put up my tree, like because I'm so busy, I don't really get to celebrate. It's just like I go right in from September right into Thanksgiving almost at the holiday.
Yeah. Yeah.
So usually around the 3rd week of October, or you know, like the 3rd week of October, I put my tree up and I put the holiday decoration. So you know, the trick or treaters knocked on my door. I had some of my people that worked for me over at my house. We were doing some work and we were, you know, talking about some stuff. Next thing I know, I could hear them. One outside goes, "They've got their Christmas
The
up
Christmas
already."
tree is up.
And
And
I said, "Yes, I have my Christmas up." And they heard me and they were like, "Ooh."
they're trick-or-treating. They got the Christmas tree up and they're carving Thanksgiving turkey in the kitchen.
Yeah,
And in the other
yeah.
room, they've got the Easter decorations.
See, that's great. And you know, there are some people that do that. They keep a tree up all year, which I think is
Yes.
brilliant.
I actually
And
have a
they
friend
just
that kept one in every room. They have
holiday.
a tree
Oh, yeah.
in every room of their house.
Yes, I have a friend that her cousin basically would do that. I went over the house and it was like, she goes, "Oh, it was Valentine's Day themed. It was gorgeous." And then she goes,
Yeah.
"Oh, we do Easter, we do
Yeah.
4th of July, we do," and I'm
Yeah.
like, "Wow."
Right.
Ugh. Yeah, I
They
don't have that.
They
I don't have
they
that
should be
kind of time.
arborists. They should have been arborists. That's the career that they should have followed. So how have you
Exactly.
been? It's been crazy. We're talking with some of our guests here on our Entertainment Lifestyle Talk Show series, talking about, how they've been getting through these challenging times and the uniqueness of the times. I keep saying, I hope we sort of rise from all of this more empathetic, kinder, more collaborative, and less divisive. And, there's some evidence of that. A few people not always getting the message, but how have you been through all of this? It's been a great time of pause and reflection and people deciding what they want to do next chapter in their lives. How's Darcy been working through all of this?
Well, I have been mentoring a lot of, people as well as fans, family, people in the business, even high profile people. I think that, the world kind of is in a place of needs a light, needs somebody that can carry that on. I mean, I'm big in faith, I'm cool about it. I really believe, that God's been my rock through everything that I've been through in the entertainment industry and growing up. And, with COVID and everything going on, that's the one thing I would definitely say is that people need inspiration and support during this time. I actually was thriving a lot during COVID. It was crazy. It was like, it was, I always believe that there's a time to reap and to sow. I've been sowing seeds for many, many years. I've been, hitting the grind, hustling, just like you and I talked about. You too, Jim. You know what I'm talking about? So then it's just like everything, it was just everything just came together and boom. And we talked about earlier, before I was live, we were talking about adaptability. And that's the one thing I think that people need to really have is adaptability in whatever circumstance they're in. Instead of looking at, I said it wrong the other day and somebody laughed at me. They call them Darcyisms because I always meant that the glass is half empty, right? Half full. No, half full. And then the glass is half empty. So people look at it, they can look at it as the glass half empty or the glass is half full.
That must be a very tall assistant that you have looking up.
Yeah.
Were you looking at the assistant or were you talking to God?
She's like second to God in this case. She's so great. She's amazing. She's like my twin almost. But one thing I will say is that people need to have faith in what they're doing, and they need to go, hey, you know what? Let me look at this as, now actors who would audition and stuff, you would have to pay for gas. I mean, people don't realize the traffic here in LA. So even in Atlanta, even in Florida, in New York, the major places are New York and LA. So if you're trying to get somewhere, you got to get there. Then you would have to pay for parking, pay for parking, go to the place. Literally going to two like auditions or going to meet a casting director or producer could take you half the day or the entire day. Right. So, and then you may have like 4 or 5, 6 during the week. I mean, people, you've got to sit here and think now everything is self-tape. It's EcoCast. So I'm like, and then some people, moan and complain about, wine. I got to get a lighting kit or this or that. I'm like, really look at it. Okay, so what? You have to buy something on Amazon for $80. Think of the money over the years. You're gonna, you know what I mean?
If you get the part and people love you,
it's
and
great.
Exactly.
And I love it that you watch like on your show or you're on Jimmy Fallon or Ellen or whatever, and you could just go. You could be in your home. You could be anywhere in the world working on a project, and you can still talk one-on-one to somebody. And it's actually pretty funny because then you can see somebody's how they act. They have their dogs, like
the
I
real
do
them,
right now.
the real them. Yes.
And I think it's a much more intimate because there is a mindset when you're in front of a live studio audience. You'll forget things, or there's funny things you may want to say, or say, hey, I want to introduce you to my kids or my boyfriend, my girlfriend, my wife, my mom. So I think that it's all a state of mind.
It's all a state of mind. That's right. It definitely is, my friend. How did you get started in this business? I mean, because like we were saying, you do so many different things. And do you see yourself as the actress first? Is that what is near dear to your heart first, or is it the recording artist? What comes to you first as your first love? And then the other things that you do sort of are the extensions of that initial strong passion?
Well, it's funny that you asked that. So I do get this question asked, and this is what I tell everybody, and I will stick to it till I die. But it's kind of like if you have kids, you have twins, and one's acting and being in film and television. One is, the music industry, traveling, performing. Which twin do you basically love more?
Yeah,
I love them both. That's a tough decision. I mean, the thing is that there's times where, I'm doing a film. There's a couple of films I've got this next year, which I'm excited about. So it's like, I'm going to be doing that. but I'm going to be going in the recording studio. So I'm giving each twin their own time. You know what I mean?
Came first for you?
Actually, I would have to say the music.
The music came first.
The music did come first. And that's actually what I really thought was going to happen. But it's like, I had to go. I always tell people, everybody has a God-given talent. Like, you have a beautiful, beautiful voice. You have a great presence. You know, you obviously have that, that hosting capability. That's amazing. And you've got a very clean, wonderful energy. So it's like, that's a God-given talent. Because there's a lot of other interviewers or, hosts, and they're like all over the place, they don't know what they're doing. It's not professional.
Yeah.
So I just would have to say that, my God-given talent was music, and then acting just, it just like stuff would come and I would get, I got into a commercial. They had something at my school, and then I ended up like a contest or something. I ended up winning. And the next thing I know, it's like I was in front of these casting directors, and, I beat out like hundreds of kids. And so, they were like, definitely can work in television. I kept the piece of paper. I just remember I was really frustrated because I was so young. I think I was like in first or second grade.
Yeah.
And I'm memorizing all my lines. And the guy's like he was a teenager, and he was older, and he kept messing his lines up. And then they go, okay, let's start this over. And then I'm like, I don't want to do this, Mom. He's not doing his job right, But, as it progressed, I was in drama club. Me and my cousin, we would, do all these like plays and stuff like that.
We did that too as kids, in the garage, in the bedroom, all of it. Yeah, we did all that.
Now, here's what we talked about. Remember, we said business. It's, I tell people, I was telling Jim before the show, I said, there's acting business, there's music business. I don't care how talented you are. And there's like a lot of, and I told Jim, I said, there's a lot of people better than him, better than me, better looking than me, better looking than him, much more talented than both of us put together, but they'll never see the light of day because they're not professional. They don't have the business mind. They don't know how it's acting. It's music, entertainment, business, music, business, entertainment, business. So you have to have both. And if you don't, it's just, you can't just have one or the other. And so,
They're not
that's
more talented than you and me, and better looking than you and me.
Hey, you know what? We're the best looking in our own minds, right? We're our biggest fans.
And
I'm like, as long as one person in the world wants to have sex with me, I'm fine. My assistant just went, oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your assistant had to sit down on that one, huh?
It's like, oh God, Darcy did it again.
And we're live.
I know.
Hey,
sometimes my business manager, he's sweating. He's like, oh God, what is she going to say next? What is she going to say? I'm like, oh, come on. I'm real.
Business manager is heavily drinking right now.
Yeah, he's drinking probably a couple vodka shots. Like, oh God, Darcy.
So,
but you have to laugh. You have to have fun.
To laugh. We have a lot of levity on this show. Absolutely. So, growing up, you were born in Miami, but then raised in Nashville, Tennessee. Were there others in the family who were in the arts and entertainment? Where does this energy and inspiration come from and early on for you?
I got to tell you, here's the deal. I'm like it's like in my family, I'm an alien, like a hybrid alien or something, because nobody in my family is in the entertainment industry, like, anything. It's just, I don't know. I was just born with it.
You have East Coast energy. Yeah.
It's just in my blood. And I think too, my parents divorced when I was 2. They, my dad was he was going to be a professional baseball player. And, some things happened. So they divorced when I was very young. And then my mom moved back to Nashville. And, my dad is a very jolly guy. Like I feel like I have the best parts of both of my parents, so, my dad is he is just a jolly guy, like everybody, but he's very silly and he tells the stupidest jokes. I told him, I was like, oh God, don't embarrass me. Don't tell me the he just tells me the dumbest jokes. And then he laughs at them. And then I'm like, I do that. Because if you're around me, it's like, I do silly stuff, and then sometimes I forget, people around me, or I'm in the production office, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I start singing or saying something silly, or when I was little, I did a lot of impressions when I was a little kid. Because my mom, she had 2 jobs to work, so I would be with the
Yeah.
babysitter. So the babysitter would be like, I don't feel like watching this kid, so she'd be with her boyfriend, talking to her boyfriend, and then I would just start imitating people on TV. So it's
Like
like I did Julia
who would be a few?
Child.
You did Julia Child? Very
All
good.
kinds of.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just did all kinds of stupid stuff. And I mean, I do that now, and people just like, what, like, especially when I talk about my grandmother, because she's full-blooded German, sassy as all get out. And, she's actually been the backbone of me through the years. So she was like the one that, I don't know, she just told it like it is. I have that now, but I mean, when I was a kid, you're terrified when you're a child to say, oh, I'm going to say this, I'm going to tell somebody this, you don't really do that. But my grandmother, I just used to look up at her and she'd be like, ah, don't do that. I don't like her hair like that. Ugh, she looks, terrible. She would just let
She would let you
like,
know.
oh yeah. Like, yeah, I came to visit right in front of all my friends. She goes, ah, your butt is so big. It looks like Jennifer Lopez. Stop eating that. Stop eating the meat, and
And
I'm
she
like,
meant what she said too, right?
oh yeah,
Oh,
she
she meant
means it.
it.
I
Yeah.
mean, she's this little old German lady, but she could scare. She could scare the Rock. I'm
She
telling
could
you,
scare.
she had that way, fireness.
Yeah, I mentioned some of these extraordinary opportunities that you've had, uh, really kicking things off as a child actor, performing in lots of commercials, national television commercials. Tell us about that and some of the commercials you had an opportunity to be a part of.
Well, it was. Do you remember Tenor Vittles commercial?
Oh, Tender Vittles,
Tenor
yeah, the cat
Vittles.
food, yes.
I did Tenor Vittles. Oh God,
Wow.
I did. Oh God, what was that? I did one for, it was Mazda.
Zoom,
Like,
zoom.
yeah, there was I did one for Sprint. Yeah, that was one I did. NASCAR. I did one for
Oh, yeah.
NASCAR.
Mhm.
So there was also like a computer tech company that I did stuff for,
Yeah.
and I was on that. Yeah, I did a Hawaiian Tropic one,
Oh, cool.
little Hawaiian Tropic baby. And the thing is I don't know, like it was just in my blood. I wanted to do it. I wanted my mom to take me. My mom, I will say, what's interesting is, I've talked to um, other celebrities in the business, and they talk about how a lot of times, their parents, like somebody pushed them,
Yeah,
and they didn't want to do it.
stage
See, I was
mom
the
or
opposite.
something.
I was the
Right.
opposite, Jim. I was like, Mom, I want to go to this. Mom,
Yeah.
and, she was more
Take me, take me,
laxadaisy.
take me. Yeah.
Yeah, and she was like, all right, I got to work too. She was working 2 jobs. She was a single mom at the time, and so I pushed and pushed. So I think it was just something that was in me, and I think it's also too because she was like that. I was such a go-getter. But I had this mentality because my grandmother, yeah, she was great, but she could be very critical, and like I took it as my mom would get so upset, like, I can't believe she said this about, that she didn't notice my hair. My grandma's just not like that, but she'd be the first to criticize.
Mm,
But it helped me because the
yes.
thing, you know what I mean? I
You
mean,
wanted to
I'm
prove
like,
her
if somebody tells
wrong.
me yeah, if somebody tells me I can't do something, I'm like, oh, I will do it. I will do it. I will stay up all night till my fingers bleed. I will get it done. So my grandma's like, you ain't going to win in the beauty pageants, you ain't going to do that, Darcy, blah, blah. And I did. And everything she told me, so then, then after she saw everything she said I couldn't do, she goes, okay, hurry up and get famous and buy me a new house.
You're not gonna be able to do it, but if you do, get me the house.
Yeah, exactly. So, and I think that that's a good thing. I think when you coddle kids, man, it's not
Yeah,
good. I don't
no,
believe in
that's
coddling
right.
a child just for this day and age. I mean, I have a friend, love her to death. She's one of my bestest friends, but she kind of grew up in what I call a bubble. And when you
Mhm.
kind of have that bubble, you don't really know what's going on in the real world. You know, you don't know what's going on with business and, you know, things like that. And, you know, unfortunately, there is a lot of bad people in the world and people that will take advantage. But, you know, I try to also always lead with, you know, going the high road, you know, because I tell you, you know, there's people that I've had to deal with, and sometimes you're going to you don't want to wring their necks, but at the same time, you know, you have to have integrity, you know,
Right.
and that's the big thing. My grandfather always taught me, he says, your name is everything. It's your legacy.
Yes.
So
It really, really is. I mean, it's sometimes we don't realize that until you're actually in the thick of the work, right?
exactly,
And
exactly.
then you have these things happen and you know, like, okay, now how do we deal with that? How do we, you know, get through that? So you're quite resilient. You've got
Oh yeah.
resilience. Yeah.
Told you, I said, I'm like a weed. I'll just grow anywhere.
That is funny. Miss
I mean, you know, you're
Nashville,
like, I'm going to kill
Tennessee.
this weed. I'm like,
Yeah.
no.
Hey, yeah, you adapt. You mean like the weed that you see growing through cement, and you're like, how does that happen?
Yeah, exactly.
You find a way.
Exactly me.
Miss Nashville, Tennessee. How did that happen? Tell us about that.
Oh man. Oh, God, I was doing beauty pageants at that time when I got out of high school. And I remember that they were looking at that time. You know, I remember it was very competitive in my business, you know, especially in Nashville. There was so much talent there. And, you know, I was going up against the best of the best, but it was my boyfriend at the time. He says, hey, look, you know, he goes, I really think you should do this. He's like, you know, you have everything that they said they want. He's like, I think you should go compete. And I was like, okay. And I was doing a lot of modeling back then. You know, I was doing like catalog covers for
Yeah.
Sears and JC Penney, and
Oh, you're doing that too.
you know,
Yeah.
yeah, and I was doing like, you know, different stuff. And the next thing I know is, you know, I was going into smaller pageants that led me to a big pageant, and next thing I know is I won, and they also gave me Miss Congeniality, so I was really excited. So
Mm,
I was
that's
just
right.
like, wow, you know, and I didn't expect
That's
to win.
cool.
You can't go in. I mean, I go in, hey, I had fun. I wanted to do it as a learning experience, and I think that's the one thing about me is I'm competitive, but you know, you have to start young. And there again, I'm going back to my grandparents,
Yes.
you know, because my grandparents were actually, my mom was she remarried somebody who was domestically abusive, and he was really bad to my mom and I, and did some really horrible things to both of us. And um, she went into hiding, you know, per her lawyer, said, hey, you know, move. So she moved to South Carolina at that time. And then she put me with my grandmother at that time, my grandmother and grandfather, and they were kind of like my stability, my rock. And through them, I really thrived. And so, you know, with that, my grandmother, I don't know, she was just like the mom that I needed at that time. I mean, she really did a lot of wonderful things. She helped me pursue modeling. She helped me, you know, get a trade in fashion. You know, she'd drive me every day up to Tennessee so I could, you know, uh, learn stuff in the fashion industry and merchandising and modeling and all this stuff. So, I mean, my grandmother, she was a great woman, but she was no joke. But
She-
when my grandfather and we would play, there's a game called, it's German, it's called Menschagdiglich. And so Menschagdiglich is a lot like sorry, the game
Yes.
sorry.
Yeah. We used to
So
always play that. Yeah.
yeah, so we would play and we would play and we would play. And then after that, we'd play cards, and, you know, he would never let me win or not win, but I would never win. I mean, you know, my grandfather's much older. I'm like 9, 8, 9. And he would just, when he'd win, he'd dance around. Oh, ha, ha, I beat you. Ha, ha. He just was so jolly, you know? So, I mean, you're talking like he probably beat me 100 times, you know, and then he would laugh, and then he would just, I beat you. And my grandmother goes, ah, Joe, let her win. Let her win. And so he said to her, he says, no, she has to learn to win on her own. And he goes, she
Hmm.
has to learn to lose
Right.
gracefully. So
Exactly.
because, yes, I just got chills. I think that was my granddad tapping
Hmm.
me. But
Probably. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, but it was the truth. I mean, when I I would just lose. And so then that one time, Jim, the one time, I'll never forget it. It was snowing. We had the fireplace on. We ordered pizza. I won. I finally beat him. I broke the like 100th million streak. And so I remember I got there was popcorn. I threw it up in the air. I was dancing around. My grandmother was like, she started laughing. She was like, oh, she bit you. And he was bitter. Let me tell you, he was like, and I'm thinking, oh, it was so great, So because of that, how he was, it's like, hey, if I didn't win Miss Nashville, Tennessee, oh, well, I don't win, but it was like the competitiveness. I'm going to go for it. And then I got it. And I was just, I went to nationals. It was awesome. Had a great time, got in the top 10. So I was very, very happy, for the USA title. So,
and how did that open up other doors for you, that recognition?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. What kind of happened is I was like the big fish in a little pond. Like Nashville's growing a lot, but still LA and New York, I think are, they're the big enchiladas. So I would definitely have to say that, I kind of did what I could. I mean, I literally, I was like doing everything in Nashville and people everywhere knew me. So it's like, okay, you're the big fish in this big pond. There was movies that came to town that I was in, I'd have bit parts in. And then, I was doing, opening up for major country artists at that time because I was doing country, rock at that time. Right now I'm doing pop rock.
Yeah.
So at that time I was doing country rock and, it's just like, everybody in town knew me and I was doing all these events and things. So, after that, it's like, it's just kind of, I feel like God kind of guided me to LA. That's where I was supposed to go. So,
yeah, right.
Through that, it ended up happening. Actually, the pageants is what got me here. Is I won a pageant. I ended up part of the package deal after I won the pageant. It was like to see this big, LA coach. He's been on multiple television shows and everything, and so he looked at my tape. I gave him a CD of me and he's like, he listened to it and stuff. And so then we did several scenes together. I was going through him on and on. He sat me down. He did a tape of me and he says, listen, he goes, I know you can sing. He's like, your music is great. He says, but he goes, you've got a God-given talent of acting. He says, you need to go to LA. And if he hadn't said that, I don't think I would have gone. So he says, he did a tape of me. And we had this big, huge scene together. He taped it. And then I ended up showing my boyfriend at the time and a couple friends of mine. I said, what do you think? This is what, my coach said. He's that big guy from LA, blah, blah, blah. What do y'all really think? So they watched it. And then they are like, wait a minute. We think you need to go. Because it was like a scene where I had to cry and I was upset because, my dad had cancer. Yeah. And I just found out from the doctor and all this stuff. And so they were like, you need to go. We need to figure it out. So, at that time, we had a friend who moved to Los Angeles and I ended up going out. I got on a soap opera and started working. Children?
Is that the one?
I did some work on All My Children, but mainly it was Passions. I did a lot of my majority of work. And then, it's no longer on the air, but I did a lot of work on there.
Was that the one Justin Hartley was on?
Yes. I met Justin when he was just starting out. He came on that set looking like a deer of headlights. I'll never forget it. And it's like, I've seen people on Desperate Housewives. Yeah. Jesse Metcalf. He was on my show. It's just funny to see all these people. I mean, and the thing is I know a lot of people before they became like huge.
Before they hit big. Right.
Yes. And so it's just kind of interesting, where you see, all these things playing out.
I mean, I mentioned earlier, you had opportunities to be in Modern Family, Parks and Recreation, Anchorman, My Babysitter's Vampire Bones, 6 Feet Under, Entourage, My Name is Earl, Las Vegas, Nip Tuck Cult. I mean, that's incredible, huh?
Thank you. But the thing is they're all great shows, and and I'm very thankful for that. And that's the one thing I did learn from my guy, like I'd say my acting guide. He just was like, don't, try to take stuff that is worthy of your work. So people are like, just take anything. No, I'll hold out. I'm like, and I've worked with a lot of the biggest names in Hollywood. And I got to say, I'm a businesswoman. There we go. Entertainment business.
Yes.
So,
right.
because I know I have a lot of famous friends, and a lot of them took a different path, and they're like, man, I shouldn't have taken that role. That was dumb. I should have waited out. And that's why I try to tell people, you don't want to go in hand to mouth on anything. You don't want to be desperate. You want to go, hey, I've got this business that's thriving, hence the crypto business for me. The crypto business.
You are the crypto queen, actually officially titled the crypto queen. Tell us about that. That's a perfect segue.
Listen, I didn't do that. It was the fans. And so I kept getting you should see my DMs. Everybody was like, crypto queen, crypto queen, crypto queen. And because I was
for short.
Yeah. And then next thing I know, people are hashtagging it. Somebody's like, hey, I'm going to get you a shirt. You need to be the next, you're the crypto queen. Put it on your thing, crypto queen. So, next thing I knew is I was like, okay, I was in crypto for a while. I've been following it for about 4 to 5 years. I was always looking at cryptos with people that are watching in the community. They know cryptos with like a utility, something that you can use is basically with the cryptocurrency. So I was using my gut. I felt very good with my decisions. And the next thing I know, I got involved with Tron TRX. And that's been my long-term investment. And I started to look at, other different cryptocurrencies the same. And that's when I found eCoin Finance. And I was doing a lot of research. I tell people, do you have Netflix?
Sure.
Okay. So there's a show on there called Startup. Now it's not the Asian version. It's the American version. So if you watch it, it will teach you, you will get hooked on it. But that's how I tell people, because my mom's like, I don't know what to do with this crypto stuff. So she just gives me her money and she's like, hey, I need you to invest in this for me. So I will tell everybody that's watching, anytime I invest, my family's invested. And my mother, I would rather have the mafia come after than make my mother mad with her money. Okay. So, that's my stamp of approval, get my butt kicked by my mother. She will literally, I'd rather, I don't know, go through shards of glass and walk on them all day because that's how she is. But
is she watching right now?
She will be later.
You love her. You love her dearly. What's her first name?
Mom, I love you. So,
what's her first name?
Her name's Margie.
Margie, we love you very much, Margie.
Oh, you made her day. You made her day, Jim.
You don't want any coal in your stocking, do you now?
Well, the good thing is she already sent me the Christmas gift. She was early,
so she already.
But she's spoiled rotten now, so she better not say nothing. But I will say this, I discovered eCoin Finance, who I'm the CMO of. So that's also how the Crypto Queen came about. It came actually in the media. Fans were tweeting, and everybody was like, "Oh, crypto, blah blah blah." So, I like what I saw, and I invested in it. I saw the value of what eCoin was doing, and I pushed it to my 7 million plus followers, and telling them what to take. If I will say this, Jim. Okay, I am not a financial advisor. All right, I gotta say that, and this is not financial advice, but I'm going to tell you, get a pen and paper out, because what I'm about to tell you, it's kind of like right now we're at a perfect time. So it's for everybody watching. It's a really great time to get into crypto now. It's kind of like if you were on the bottom of Google or Amazon, how much money do you think if you were on the ground level of Google? Right. I think you'd be doing pretty good, right? So that's why, So I will say my favorite picks are eCoin Finance. So it's eCoin Finance. You can find it. Flavors BSC. They're one of my favorites. Enhance, and X Mooney and Safe Moon. Those are my picks. Those are what I stick with. Those are my major investments in. And I'm pretty just with those, those are my babies. And I got to tell you, I'm telling you, everybody, these are big. And what's interesting is, there's somebody that just recently this happened to. They invested $500. They ended up going into a coma. They had an accident, went into a coma, and came out like $640 million. They came out with. Yeah. And, they took the money out, but it's a lot of money. And these are the stories that are happening. Another guy did 5,000 and he's worth 6.4 billion. Now, my goal, so everybody hears it, is I always said I wanted to be worth more than Oprah. I love you, Oprah, but she's worth, I think, 2.4 billion. So I was like, I want to beat that. I want to beat that record. So you heard it on your show.
You heard it here first. It's a worldwide exclusive. You also, I mentioned this, Darcy's Daily Dose of Inspiration. Congratulations on
this book.
Tell us about this. What was the inspiration for the inspiration?
Oh, I love that you said that. Now, see, I have my book here. I take it with me everywhere. I don't just, I didn't just, do the book. I read it. It's Darcy's Daily Dose of Inspiration. I can't talk today. But when you read it, like, let's see, what's today's date? It is December
16th.
Let's see.
December 16th.
Yes. So I don't know if you can read that, what it says. Can you read that, what it says, Jim? December 16th, right here. Or right here. Can you read that?
One on the right.
Yeah.
Being kind and being a good person.
Right. So that's today's message. So today's message is being kind and being a good person. And then so it kind of tells you, like, what to do, like, being kind. It says versus pretending to be kind, being good versus being bad. And then at the very end, it gives you a Darcy's Daily. So every day you get something to make you better. And it's 365 days. So you can just keep continuing every year to get better and better. So I always tell people, this is a tabletop book. This is a book that you sit down and you have, and it's like a devotional. I tell people to read it with your family and friends. Listen, I didn't go cheap on this book, people. This book.
You mean the quality of the page?
Yes,
or the cover? This is a real.
Yeah, one of my friends, she was on Baywatch, and she's one of my best friends, and her name's Angelica Bridges. And Angelica was like, "Girl," she's like, "I know you're writing a book." She's like, "Oh my gosh," but it is on Amazon. It's on bookbaby.com. You can get it, anywhere. But if you go to my website, darcydonovan.com, I have so many that I've got set to the side that I can sign.
So
personalized.
People who are maybe tuning in now and saying, okay, so what is it about? It's a daily dose of inspiration, is exactly as it's described.
Yep. It's 360.
And
you got it. It's basically, it helps you to learn and grow. And, each section has a Darcy's Daily. So you can, with an interactive task, that you can do to make yourself every day, to better yourself, to make yourself learn and grow. And, just to be a better person, because, in today's world, we need some inspiration. We need guidance. That's a lot of people looked up to a lot of people. And, we need more leaders that can lead. Like, I really admire The Rock. I'm a big fan of his. I'm a big fan of J-Lo. I love Dolly. It's funny because my team always says, like, I'm a hybrid of The Rock, J-Lo, and Dolly Parton.
Yeah.
That's like, hey, that's okay. I'll take that,
That's a good combo, right?
Yeah, it's like, I'll take that, But
that's cool.
The Rock, what he does, and here again, when you ask me the question about music and acting, he does wrestling. That's how he got started. So, I'm sure if you asked him, hey, do you like wrestling versus your movies? He'd probably say the same thing. That would be hard for him, but that's what got him. What about you? What about you, Jim? What's your favorite? Like, do you like hosting, or do you like, doing one-on-one interviews? What's your favorite?
Hosting, yeah, definitely hosting, and what the interviews that come into the hosting is terrific. I've hosted so many kinds of shows over the years on network television, regional television, radio, all of it over the years. I do love interacting with people, and I like sort of keeping the train on the track, also inspiring others as well, empowering others. So I would say probably the hosting. I love television. I've done television for a long time. So I would say the visual and the hosting probably would come first, with opportunities, because I do a lot of things that are not interviewing in the industry too. But one of the things that I have done over the years is having, and I don't even call like these things interviews, I call these conversations. And there's a difference
Yeah.
between interviews and conversations. Interview, the person has a script of questions that they want to ask. It's usually the same stuff all the time. And I like to have freestyle, warm, interactive conversations that go in any direction with the audience watching and participating. There's nothing like that, right? And when it's live and exciting, and all
Yeah.
cylinders are firing, it's really a cool thing.
Well, hey, now I got to ask you something. So you got to tell me now, I'm putting you on the spot. What's the craziest interview? Like, what is the most like insane interview you ever had to do? Like that something just crazy happened. You're like, what? Do you have
Uh,
anything?
I would say I've
You don't
had,
have to name names. You don't have to name names. All
I
right.
mean,
I know how that is.
I've had an interview. Well, I've had interviews where people answer just by saying, yeah, uh-huh, yeah. And we have like an hour to fill. Uh-huh, yeah. Or, and I've even had it recently sometimes, and you have headphones on as well. And it's kind of like, uh, oh my God, I'm talking and I'm saying something, and the
Uh-huh.
person's going, uh-huh, 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 uh-huh. As I'm talking, and I'm like, wait, you can do the one, uh-huh. I get that you're following, but like every word I say, you go, uh-huh, 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 uh-huh. I'm like, wait, come on. Uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh. I mean, I've heard that, and I'm kind of like, and then I also had somebody that was, I was on television. Oh, I've had a lot of things happen on television and on stage and radio, sets coming apart, lights bursting, people falling ill, people
Oh,
falling out of chairs, all kinds of crazy things. And when that happens, I love being the person that they rely on to sort of make it all seem smooth
and
and
seamless,
and
right?
seamless. That's when I'm really, all cylinders are firing, and it's game on. Even in a conversation like this, calm, cool, collected, casual, but I'm very aware of every
The thing
nuance and
that's going on.
everything
Yep.
that's happening, right? And it's like a sport, and it gives you great energy and great passion for the work, just like with you.
So
You
that's
love what
awesome. You
you do.
thrive. You thrive in difficult times, and so that's good.
It's interesting because I'm somebody who goes through life trying to prevent problems before they happen, because
You
I
can't do that. It
because
just
'cause
happens.
I try to avoid the chaos and the crisis. But then when the chaos and the crisis does happen, I'm like the person to have, because I roll up the sleeves, I shut myself off, and I get everything done.
You're
Uh,
right.
but then afterwards, when everybody goes home, then I'm like, wow, stuff like that actually happens.
Yeah.
Sort of
Yeah.
that post reaction. With that book, is there a whole thing that goes with it? Like, do you do speaking engagements? Are there programs? Are there things that are packaged with the book as well? Do you have like a whole coaching and lessons, things of that nature as well?
Well, yeah, I have had, people reach to me for speaking engagements. I did for, it's called Young Millionaire Mind. And they want to come talk to people about, social media, talked about branding. I talked about inspirational and about inspirational stuff, your mindset for business. I get that a lot. I get, charities ask me to speak a lot, to empower women and men. Um, I'm a big advocate for domestic violence because, my mom dealt with it
Yeah,
and, I went through it with her.
yeah,
And so because of that, the charities really helped. I did, mastermind events. And, there was a lot of up and comers in the business in different fields. Some
Yeah.
were, some of the biggest in the health industry. And then some people were big into real estate. They're biggest real estate agents out there. And then they had me come up in the entertainment business and ask questions. And it's funny because, you deal with certain people that are so cocky. They think they know everything and they don't. And I don't care who you are. Even the president of the United States doesn't know everything.
No.
Nobody knows everything. You're
No.
always
No.
learning.
Yes.
And,
Right. Lifelong learning.
it's the people, right. It's the people that think they know everything and then haven't even gone through stuff. Wisdom does come with age. Wisdom does come with, the things
Yes.
that you've handled, and you've dealt with. I feel
Experience.
like,
Right.
yeah, experience.
Exactly. Exactly. And then you pay
So,
it forward. You sort of show others the way so it can try to make it a little bit easier for others,
right.
which is a beautiful thing.
And I'm not trying to listen. If people know, like, I am very humble. If anything, I beat myself up worse than anybody on my team when I make a mistake.
Yes. Yeah. You're hard on
Okay.
yourself. Yeah.
So I really do. But, I will say, I wish I had somebody like myself to look up to and to be able to talk to on social media and to help me because of all the things that I went through.
Right.
I just want the best for people, but, I didn't have a handbook. Nobody kind of gave me a handbook for the things that I've had to deal with in the business. I've had to deal with the Weinstein kind of guys in the business. But I feel like I've been lucky because of my Southern upbringing and also, the way my grandmother was. And my dad was, a very renowned football coach. So people, being in that kind of industry and sports, I also say a lot of sports things in business, like sports analogies. My analogies, nobody can ever mess with my analogies. Everybody loves my analogies, but that's how I get to, even for crypto, when people are like, I get a lot of people going, well, what's it all about? Or what should I do? I tell there, cause it's terrible. Cause sometimes, there's a huge, people don't realize the crypto community is very tight knit,
Sure.
but, and they're very supportive. I love them. But, if anybody wants to really know about crypto, find me on Twitter. At Darcy Donovan, anything that has the blue check symbol, that's me, that's authorized, verified. But, that's the one thing is you'll learn about business, you learn about all these things. But the one thing I tell people is, if you're so invested into something, because it is an investment, but if you're getting too emotional of anything, then you put too much money into it. You have to take the money that, Jim, you go to Vegas, you're going to have some of that side money that's like,
Yeah, you
gamble.
don't take the rent money or the food money.
Exactly. That's exactly what I said. I was doing a speaking engagement, and that's exactly what I said to the crypto people out there. I said, don't take your rent money. I had somebody stand up in the audience and I said, hey, would you take your rent money and your all your money for your car insurance, everything right now? Let's go to Vegas. Would you do it? Would you feel anxiety? And they're like, oh yeah, yeah. I'm like, as opposed to, somebody gave you birthday money for Christmas and Christmas money. And you're just like, hey, I didn't have it before.
Hey, right.
But then you go and you hit the jackpot, then you're like, oh my God. So, there's no stress there because, and I learned about that at a young age. I went with my boyfriend. I think we went to Cozumel, Mexico. Yeah, we went to Mexico. We brought money. And then I remember I ended up losing money. And then I dipped into the not spend money fund, the money for drinks, food, and then my boyfriend at that time did the same thing. So then we're both pissed off or angry. It just made the vacation go like that, because, and I learned very young, don't do that. There's a reason why. Yeah, there's a reason why in Las Vegas, they have like a $15 million chandelier. It isn't because, they're hurting.
No, absolutely not. And then there's secret agent Dingledorf. Tell us about this.
Oh, Jim, you better watch this. You better watch this
Yeah.
show. I think you're adorable and I think you'd really like it. But yeah, Secret Agent Dingledorf and his trusty dog Splat. I got to tell you, I really love this movie. It was an adaptation from a popular kids book.
Yeah.
And it's a comedy family movie.
And
It's
you're
in the vein of Yes, I play Anna, and she's the love interest of Secret Agent 001. Play on words there. But played by Paul Johansson. So he's a dear friend. He did One Tree Hill. You definitely would recognize him because he's been on Mad Men, Van Helsing. Yeah, I mean, he's done a lot of stuff. Paul is so fun to work with. Oh my God, we had so much fun. And I mean, if you want to laugh, it's hilarious. I mean, it really is a funny movie. And it is on Amazon Prime now. Oh, there's Splat. His name is Tupac. But
look at that face.
He was the star of the show. I mean, such a great. When we went to the premiere in Universal Studios, like he was there with his family. Yeah. My mom came up. Now I'm gonna say this, okay, Mom. You know I'm gonna call you out on this. I told her I was gonna say this, so she's like, okay, whatever. But
okay, whatever.
Yeah, she just knows. You know, she knows I'm gonna say so. But you know, I did the movie Anchorman. Now, listen, this is a huge movie. And my mom goes out. People that find out that, you know, she's my mom, they go up to her and they always say, like, stuff from the movies. From Anchorman. They'll just recite it. Oh, I love it. I love that your daughter was in it. And I love that movie. It's one of my favorite. So she's, you know, she watched it. She's seen it. She's like, it was good. She goes, it was kind of stupid. And I'm like, Mother. I'm like, it's a movie. You put your name, you know, you park your brain at the door. And I'm like, it's a blockbuster hit, Mom. She's like, well, I just didn't understand all of that. I thought it was kind of silly and stupid. And I'm like, oh God, what is she going to say about this movie? You know? So she's there. We got done with it and she loved it. I was shocked. You know, it's it's a fun, silly movie, but she loved it. She goes, it really had a feel good message. She said, I left and I was really happy about it. And I was like, okay. You know, she's like, she laughed. Yeah, we have bloopers in there. I mean, it's a really cute. It's a cute movie. It's kind of. I feel like it's the kid version of Anchorman.
Exactly. And we have a clip. We have a clip from it right here. Yeah, here it is, gang. Secret Agent Dingle Dog. Here we go.
You got me, Jim. You got me.
It's time to right the world's wrongs and fight injustice wherever it may lie. To help.
Hey, losers. What are you scrubs up to now?
Making a cool movie. Hey, you want to be the bad guys?
And cut.
I see how you look out for your friends.
Yeah, I'm real good at that.
Well done, Agent Dingledore.
Your government needs you.
Earth's last hope.
You're a twit. What's going on?
Meet Dr. Chuckles.
Clown.
Clown who plans to destroy the upcoming World Peace Conference.
Could be a kid.
The laugh generator. He's going to broadcast a special frequency. Every cell phone in the world causing uncontrollable laughter.
There's nothing wrong with laughter.
Join 3 Spy Kids.
If laughter was the best medicine, your face would cure the world.
It's all up to you.
I'm just a kid.
Everyone has values, son. God, he doesn't make junk.
On a mission.
So we could be real heroes. Do we have a plan?
Out to save the world. Uh-oh. Secret Agent Dingledore and his trusty dog Splat. The case of the Giggling Geeks. Coming soon.
Now is that on Amazon now?
It's on Amazon, yes.
On Amazon, yeah.
It was in the theaters. It was in the theaters for a while, and now it's on Amazon, so anybody can watch it. And I tell you, this is a good movie because, like, there's certain movies that I've been in that I would be like, no, you don't really want to watch that for holidays. But this is a great holiday movie for kids of all ages, and it's for adults. You know, my mom gave the stamp of approval, and so people.
And that's the key.
Exactly, and she will not hold back, or she'll tell me, Darcy, I just don't think the other actors were believable in that. I didn't like that scene, and I mean, she'll tell me, and I'm like, thanks, Mom. Okay, you know, I guess that's why you have your mom to always keep. It doesn't matter. I could be a billionaire. I could be, you know,
yes.
The universe. She's gonna be like, I didn't like the way the material was in that private jet of yours. I didn't like that. You know, where did you get that? You know what I mean? She's always gonna
the material.
Yeah, she's always gonna find something to make better or something.
Meanwhile, how
So
many people have the opportunity to be in the private jet, right?
exactly. But that my mother wouldn't look at that. She'd be like,
Yeah.
well, you know.
So film, television, modeling, an author, inspiring others, and recording artist as well.
Yes.
And
And
yes, who do we
safer of
have
animals.
here?
Say hi, Jim. I'm Dixie. I'm the latest baby that mommy adopted from the shelter. So 5 shelter
What a
dogs.
cutie,
So go
huh?
out. Yes, it's Christmas today, or it's Christmas coming up, the holidays. But go to the shelter and buy yourself a lovable little baby, fur baby. Jim, do you have a fur baby?
Not right now. We've had, but not right now. We got to get another one. Look at the face.
You
Look
need
at the
to get
expression.
2. Well, did you have dogs or
You have
cats?
more than one, right? You have how many?
I have 5.
5.
5,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
Look
they
at the
all get
face.
along.
Look at
Yeah,
the face, the expression.
she every time I have her on anything, she falls asleep. It's just crazy. Now Chewy on the other hand, he's the fan favorite, but I mean every time I'm on, I call him
Rambunctious.
yeah. Yeah. His name's Chewy Choo Choo. I'm gonna have my assistant go get him because y'all just have to say, but people go nuts over him. He's just got this light about him, but he was at the shelter. I'm telling you, look
Yeah,
at
that's
this
the
little girl.
best.
She was at the shelter. She had a hard road. She came from overseas where they were doing, the mills and stuff for dogs and breeding them. So when I got her, she's 2
Yeah.
years old and she already had pups. She was,
Has she
and
been in commercials yet?
I don't know. Do you want to be in commercials,
Yeah.
Dixie? She would just sit there. I mean,
I think she would be a wonderful model, maybe
yeah.
photography,
I mean,
print
if she can
photography.
mannequin model, you could
She'd be
just be like
Yeah,
look, she's
because
just
most
chill.
dogs would be rambunctious right now. She's, like,
Oh,
comfortable.
yeah, she's really cool. Speaking
Yeah.
of rambunctious, oh goodness, what happened to you? Yeah, this is the one that everybody goes nuts over. He's the fan favorite, but he was running in the rain. Oh gosh, here's the infamous Chewy Choo Choo. Chewy,
Wow.
say hi to Jim. Say hi. Say hi to Jim. Say hi.
Hi, Chewy Choo Choo.
That's Chewy.
Hey,
And
Chewy.
he is. Say hi. I know. Oh, I thank you. Say, I was playing in the rain and I am a mess. I get in all kinds of stuff. Where's your
kind of dog
antlers?
is
We
he?
should put your
What is he? What's the breed?
He is a purebred Pomeranian. But these are the kind of dogs that you can get at the shelter. I mean, absolutely beautiful. My mom has adopted from the shelters in her hometown in Nashville. Okay, here, Chewy. Let's do this for Jim. Let's show Jim. Let's put it. See what I'm saying, Chewy? Okay, Chewy. Oh my goodness. Look, say hi. This is not working.
Now, Lovity is
I want that
watching
sticker,
around
but
the world. Where are you
he
going
is
to
a trip.
find
Look at
entertainment
him.
like this? Right,
No,
right,
he does
viewers,
not
where are you going to
care.
find entertainment like this? Nowhere else
Oh,
but on the
thank
Jim Master
you.
Show
Oh,
live.
Chewy. We gotta send Jim. We gotta have send Jim some shelter puppies.
Yes.
What do you think?
Yeah.
What do you think about that, Choo Choo Choo? Yeah, he's a nut, but Choo 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 he's definitely a character. But this is the kind of animal. I mean, these animals are amazing. I don't even want to call them animals; they're my babies.
Yeah, part of the family. Yes.
Yeah. Yes, and he is a mess. I mean, he is all boy, all boy. Oh my goodness! But
Yeah.
he's
And then the recording artist too. We talked a little bit about that. A whole career, as a vocalist. Tell us about that.
well. I mean, I started music when I started singing in church. It's interesting because my dad is. Sorry, Pixie's wanting to be part of this. Come here, Pixie. She's like jumping on me like, mommy. Sorry. I basically started at church. I was singing in the choir. I was doing, things like, concerts with the choir and doing all that kind of stuff. So it actually ended up going from there. Then, I was always in drama, musicals in my school. And then I started my own rock band when I was in, was it? It was ninth grade or eighth grade to ninth grade. And then from there, it just kind of started evolving. When my mom was in South Carolina, she worked as one of the major financial people at a resort.
Oh, she did.
So, and I had a blast. It was the best. Yeah. It was the best summer I ever had. And so they had, in the one area, they had a swimming pool and they had all this stuff. Well, they had sorry, DC. They had a band playing, and the band ended up, asking me to come up and sing. And so I ended up singing, and they're like, "Hey, sing some more." So I sang like Pat Benatar stuff. I mean, they were having me sing all these oldie songs and all this stuff. And I knew because of my mom. So I was singing them. And next thing you know, they were like, "Oh, come up. You got to come up more often." and people were clapping, and they were like, "Are you part of the band?" So when I went back, that was like, I was like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to make this happen. And so I did. I formed a band. We ended up winning a big county show. Wow. This is where it kind of gets a little weird. Like there was, 10,000 bands like all over the country, like everywhere, festivals and all this stuff, and they're competing. So then you would go to Memphis at that time, and then it was like the best of the best, and you would go.
It's like the battle of the bands, yeah,
the battle of the bands, and we ended up getting it. Like we got in the top 10, so that made me happy.
Yeah.
I think we did a Van Halen cover.
Did you really?
Yes, I did a Van Halen cover. I think it was "I'll Wait" by Van Halen.
Wow.
I'll Wait. So did that. Ended up winning. I did a song by Autograph, and it
you
was
do
just
any Christmas stuff?
Oh yeah. I had a Christmas album that I did, with a producer. And I think he's just like, I can't remember something. I was like, I need to put this back out there, but something happened. He had a fire at his studio, and so the masters are gone.
Masters are gone.
So I am going to have to redo that album. But fans in my early, when I was starting out, some of these Christmas songs are just timeless. So that's
What's
one thing.
Do you have a favorite?
Yeah, but it's so, if I tell you, like, everybody, you're going to laugh because I don't know why, but I love it so much. It's by George Michael, "Last Christmas."
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you hear the lyrics, my sister was with me the other day, and she was like, "You know what he's saying in the song? It's this last Christmas, you stole my heart." I'm like, I told her to shut up. I was like, "Shut up. I like the way it sounds. Don't ruin the thing for me."
So you remember all the words?
I try not to remember, like, "Last Christmas, I gave you my heart."
You want to sing a little for the
the
holidays?
God, no.
Last Christmas, I gave you my
heart, but the very next day, you gave it away. You're supposed to help me, Jim. Help me. I do love that, but I was always a big fan of George Michael.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way.
I love it. I love it. But "Last Christmas" was one of my favorite songs.
Are you recording anything now? Is there anything that's upcoming?
I do have a new song. We're actually going to be after, I would say, January 15th, we're going to start the music video, but it's called "Someone New." It's definitely, once we get the music video done, we want to release it it's more of a summer anthem song.
Yeah.
So that's the one thing I'm real excited about is, this is a really going to be an interesting song
year coming up too for you. A lot of things that are happening that are gelling for the new year.
Yeah.
Huh?
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm doing stuff with crypto. I've got to do I'm doing meetings in and out of town, with the crypto business, and then got production going on for a film. Working right now with several other companies with other investments and things like that. And then on top of that, she's looking at me. Then on top of that, I got a couple charities I'm working with. and I got to get the music video, and I got to go. Oh yes, I got to go in. I'm going to be doing a new song. It's going to be. I think this is one of the best songs that I have ever done. Like, it's really going to be a very it's going to be a timeless song, but I'm doing it for a producer friend of mine. We're going to be working together because it has to do with his name's Douglas Garnett, amazing producer, good friend of mine. His daughter has been dealing with certain things with her health.
Yeah.
And so he's taking this and he's going to help, children with like, cancer or, that have handicaps of any sort. We're donating that to the charity of his choice. And so we're going to be making this like really, it's a very, very heart, like, it's kind of like
very heartfelt, heart-wrenching.
Yes, it's one of those songs where you
pulls
listen
at your heartstrings.
Yeah, and you kind of hear it. Like, I always get the name wrong. What is it? Tenenbaum? What is that?
Which one?
Tenenbaums.
Oh, Tenenbaum? You mean Christmas Tree? Oh,
yeah, I think it is. No, it's where it's like they sound like angels. It's Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Trans-Siberian Orchestra?
Yes, Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Several of my friends are in that. Yeah.
So it's kind of got that whimsical. That's one of my favorite Christmas songs too.
And it's ethereal. It's got like an ethereal sound. Yes.
You got it. Ethereal sound. And so it's canon in D. Yeah, I got it. I got it.
You got it. You got it. You didn't even have to phone a friend.
Exactly. I know. I should have. Dixie, you should have told me. She's like, what's going on here?
You are, Jen Barry says she loves your hat.
Darcy,
thank you, I like your hat. So cool. And
well, guess what? That's my thing, Jim. I'm going to also start. I'm going to be manufacturing.
Yeah, I got a lot of hats. I'm a hat person. Yeah, I started this show wearing hats when I launched this series a year and a half ago. I had hats almost every night. Yeah, I love hats.
Oh, you got great hair, though. You've got such gorgeous hair. It's very beautiful and luxurious.
I grew this during the pandemic. Yeah, it used to be shorter like him. And I said, you know what? I've always wanted to grow it longer. And we're in a pandemic. And I grew it longer during the pandemic. And I've worn it on television and elsewhere. And they're like, we like it. I'm like, you do?
I like it. Yeah. It's got that Jamie Fraser. You know who Jamie Fraser is? And all the women will be like, well, you're a little cute there. Sexy.
You heard it here first, folks. So you're enjoying the ride. Again, like I said, recording artist, model, Miss Nashville, Tennessee. I mean, an author. You like to inspire, film, television.
It's crazy when you say it.
Yes. And you've been doing it for a good long time and you love it.
Yeah, I do. And I know this sounds weird, but sometimes I don't feel like it's enough. It's like,
what's on the bucket list? What are some things that you haven't done yet that you'd love to tackle?
I really want to do a movie with The Rock. I really like him. I really want to work with him. I also want to work with Anthony Hopkins. I love his work.
Yeah.
There's something about Anthony Hopkins I really love.
Yeah.
I've on my bucket list is producing a television series. So
very nice.
That's the one thing. And also on my bucket list is, everybody's going to Google this after I talk about it, but I want to go to, I think it's in Japan. I think it's Japan, right? Yeah, Japan. And it's called Bunny Island.
You want to go to
so
Bunny Island?
I want to go there to Bunny Island, and I want to hang out with the bunnies all day. And I want to, it's an island that's basically inhabited. They don't have any predators or anything. It's all rabbits and bunnies. And have you heard of it?
Cool. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
It's cool, isn't it?
About rabbits. I call everything rabbit. People are like, why do you do that? And then it's funny because then 8 Mile came out. Yes. And then they called Eminem Rabbit in the movie. And I was like, that's exactly. Yes. Like,
so you basically, you want to hop on over to Bunny Island, right? You want to
I just want to I even told, even told, I even told, people on my team, I said, when I die, I said, just, I'm thinking, just, take my ashes and just spread them all over the bunnies,
Yes,
then I can
exactly.
just grow in Bunny Island.
So
They're like,
what are some of the blessings and joys in your life that continue to propel you forward to do this work that you do, my friend?
it's got to be, I've got to tell you first, it's God. Okay. So God's number
Strong
one.
faith. Yeah.
And my faith, what I find sad, I had a fan actually said the most beautiful thing to me. And when anybody sends me something really sweet, I always like screenshot it and I keep it, because if I'm having a bad day, I read these things. But, I've not had the easiest road at all. I mean, people that know my backstory and, I'm going to be writing a book eventually, but
Like a memoir.
a memoir. Yeah. It's because people can't believe it. The people that do know what's happened in my past, they're like, I'm surprised you haven't committed suicide or you haven't, became an addict of some sort.
Right.
So I think because of the way that I've gone through that, there's nothing that anybody out there can talk to me that I have not gone through.
That you
Nothing.
haven't gone through yourself, right?
Yes. Nothing. And you got to think of all the stuff that's saying. So it's almost like, God kind of gave me, hey, I'm going to give you some of these, I'm going to give you some of these little things, so that you learn from them. And then you can go on to help
moments.
others.
Yeah. Lots of teachable moments. Absolutely.
So the things that keep me going, like you asked, I mean, it's just God, my mom, my mom's been good, but I would definitely say God. And then I got an amazing team. The fans are definitely, I would say my God, my team. Well, my fur babies. Yeah. Of course they're in there, but definitely the fans. I mean, there's been times where like in 2016, I almost died and I was really scared at that time because I had a really bad rupture, near my abdomen and it was bad. And I thought, there's bleeding inside and then my pancreas swelled. Next thing you know, it's like, I thought I'm not going to make it. I couldn't eat like for 2 months. I became super, super, super skinny, to the point I look emaciated. But, it really, when you get shook up like that, it makes you think, hey, nobody's immortal. So, these little dumb things that you quarrel about, it's just not worth it.
No, right. Everybody gets hung up on the little picayune stuff that really doesn't matter, in the grand scheme of things.
Right. And my fans were there for me. I mean, they were there. I remember, they sent me like, I love Miss Piggy. I love Kermit the Frog. So they sent me a bunch. I was like, man, because somebody stole my Miss Piggy. I can't remember who did. Yeah, and I didn't have Miss Piggy. I was like, does anybody know where I could get a Miss Piggy? And then hordes of Miss Piggies came. It was awesome. And I was in the hospital with all these Miss Piggies.
Without the
and
Miss
I'm
Piggy.
just like happy as a lark.
You know who is aggravated hearing this story?
Who?
George Burns.
I love George
can't
Burns.
believe that your Miss Piggy was stolen. Are you kidding me?
Oh my God, I love that. Oh my God, George Burns. That's amazing.
Got the cigar and everything.
Oh my gosh, that is awesome.
He is
Well,
watching.
here you go, George. Here's my Miss Piggy for you.
Oh, you got the Miss Piggy back? Boy, you've got some team working for you. 2 seconds ago, Miss Piggy was gone, and now Miss Piggy's back.
She was not there. Now she appears miraculously. Woo!
So George
Miss
Burns,
Piggy, come back.
Miss Piggy.
I know.
There you go.
Thank you, Graham. You're amazing. I just love you. I just want to tell you that. You're so awesome. Aw.
Say goodnight, Gracie. Isn't this funny? If anybody tuning in right now, they think we're doing a kids show.
I know.
Sesame Street or something.
We're going to Las Vegas. We're putting that on the road, right, Jim?
That's right. Yeah, Donovan and Masters and Donovan. Yeah.
Oh, that sounds Masters and Donovan. I like it.
Yeah, that's it.
Masters of the show. I love it.
Yeah, I love it. This is cool. So you're enjoying the ride and you're having a good time. And if people want to find out more, all the social media, and your website too. Tell us your website address.
Yeah, it's darcydonovan.com. So just, go on there if you want to get an autographed copy of the book. For Christmas, I have a special, so go on there. I only have a limited amount of copies, so once they're gone, they're gone. But I have merchandise for the holidays. There's some cute things that I have on there for each season. So go check it out. And you can, and obviously, I tell people to go on all my social medias and follow me because I do different things. I was at a red carpet. I was at an event last night. So, that was on my Instagram live. Then,
Sure.
do different things. Twitter, I do a lot of cryptocurrency. That's at Darcy Donovan.
Well, we'll definitely connect. I'm at Jim Masters TV on all of those things.
Oh, nice.
Let's
There you go.
definitely stay connected on that, Darcy.
Absolutely.
This is really, really awesome. I can't believe we chatted for an hour and 20 minutes. Would you believe
Oh my
that?
God. See, that's when you know it's good. Don't you?
Yeah.
Have you ever been like, you talk to people and it's like you'd rather go to the proctologist and get an exam than like talk to them for 5 more minutes. You're just like, okay.
All right. You've repeated that 3 times and but through the training, you just sort of mosey them along in a very gingerly way.
Yeah,
you
you're
can tell
very
the difference
sweet.
between people that are trained and people that aren't, because they would just like bring it to the attention of the public, where I'm like, we'll just sort of find ways to mosey it along where they don't look, you don't want to make a fool of them or point anything out, and
Yeah.
so
I'm more like Coach D. So you're very sweet. You're like my assistant. She's very sweet. I'm the pit bull. So I'm just like, all right, so this
keep it
conversation
moving.
isn't
Let's
going
go.
anywhere.
That's
Well, yeah,
right.
here's a hamburger. See you next year.
Keep the traffic moving, folks.
Yeah, keep the traffic moving. I
That's
got a pizza coming.
Sherry Larson in Kansas, all the lovelies have been commenting throughout. And we really appreciate that. She goes, thank you, Darcy, for joining us this afternoon. You're a hoot. Really enjoyed this. And Merry Christmas. Kathleen Walker
Sherry.
in New York City. Kathleen says, thanks for being here, Darcy, and thanks to your puppy, too.
Love it. Thank you, Kathleen.
Linda says, here's another show that I got to binge watch. Yes, you can binge watch all of our episodes.
All right.
Well over 550 episodes on our YouTube channel, Jim Masters TV. Don't forget to subscribe. They should all subscribe to our YouTube channel, right?
Yes, absolutely. Jim, you're amazing. You're just a sweetheart, and Jim's very talented at what he does. So I definitely, you're a sweetheart. And plus, he's got an Outlander series coming out. So,
Very
you
nice.
get to see Jim in a kilt. Watch them all. Watch all his shows.
Linda Odell in Florida, St. Augustine. St. Augustine, you're from Miami originally, just a little bit further north. Thank you, Darcy. You're a lovety. Yes, you're a Jim Master Show lovety now.
Nice.
So how does that make you feel, huh? Being a lovety?
Do I get a t-shirt, Jim? Do I get a t-shirt?
Yes.
Okay,
Rox's World
I love it.
is awesome. Rox's World has been watching. Welcome, Rox's World, and anybody who's been watching who is brand new, like a Safe Moon Shrimp has been watching.
Safe Moon Shrimp.
Yes,
yeah, in the house. Crypto's in the house.
He's in the house as well. Yeah, there's been several. All of our regular viewers, and then of course people that are watching right now who don't comment, but they are here and will comment later on our YouTube channel. We invite them to do that as well. And everybody that's been commenting, some really, really cool comments from everybody. We thank everybody as well.
Thank you, everybody, for
Christopher Bowers says, Darcy is always fun and entertaining.
Oh, Christopher.
We love that. And Linda says, Jim is the best. He's Mr. Lovety. Thank you.
He is.
So we love Christopher and we love Linda.
We do. We love you both.
When we don't, if we're having a bad day, we'll just look at what Christopher says about you and Linda says about me, and our
there you go. That's all you need. Yeah, we'll call it the Linda Christopher sandwich. It just makes us all happy.
Hello, everyone. I'm a new subscriber. Welcome, Rox's
hey,
World.
World.
Yeah, we love it. And that's what's cool. Then the Loveties start welcoming the new folks as well. We created a
that's amazing when you my fans are like that. They're very sweet.
That's the best way to
it's
be.
a community. Yeah, I love that.
It's the best way to be, and that's the only way
It
I
is.
would do a show like this is to create a community. Not just do videos and throw them up, but have a whole
Yeah,
community, have an experience. As much as it's a show, it's an experience,
it
right?
is. It
You
is.
know?
It's like going to your A movie or going to your, I want to get out of here movie. I just spent $20, $30 and now been watching this show and now I
Yes.
feel terrible.
Kathleen Walker says, "This is my happy place." Thank you, Kathleen,
Oh, well, that's
in
so
New York
I
City.
love that.
And Christopher says, "Wishing you both a happy holiday season, by the way. Right back at you."
Right. Yep. Right back at you, Christopher.
We love that. This was
Yeah.
awesome, my friend. We love this. We're going to keep the porch light on for you. Spread the word to all your friends. If there's other folks you'd like to see hop on our show, they're all welcome. A lot of the guests have a good time and they tell their friends to pop on the show as guests. So feel free to do that. You were amazing. And I wish you lots and lots of continued success and blessing and
Thank
joys
you.
in your life. And
You
I
too.
hope, oh, I appreciate that. And
And I'm gonna, you know what? You're such an angel and wonderful. You definitely have to tell me where I can send you a Christmas package.
oh, I
For
appreciate that.
so
I will.
definitely, I want to send you a little Christmas package. Say we want to put something smile on Jim's face because he's such a sweetheart,
I
right?
appreciate that.
Okay, and I'll put in a kilt too. So tell me your size.
Oh, very cool. Very, very cool.
You can do a poster for all the women. Your Outlander posters.
That is
You'll be like,
funny.
do a slow-mo with that hair,
Oh,
yeah.
with that hair. Yes. Hey, here we are. Okay, now.
Woo-hoo! Yeah, there you go. So you're gonna now that you grew your hair out, you're gonna notice it's like, it's kind of like the Brad Pitt hair, the Meet Joe Black. All the women love that kind of look.
It's amazing. It's like a friend. Does that make sense? Like
Yeah, it's like my hat. I love my
yeah,
hat. I
it's like a
feel
friend. It's
weird.
like it's like you. Now, it is a little bit of a problem when I am trying to bend forward and eat soup or cereal. It starts to come in and wants to go in my mouth. Or
Well,
sleeping
then
at
that's
night,
when
it
you do
goes
the man
across.
bun. The
You
man
got to
bun
get.
now, or the hair, the half.
Sometimes I put a hat on and pull it back just to
There you
keep
go.
it in check. Yeah,
There
absolutely.
you go.
But it is a lot of fun,
Yeah,
Variety is the spice of life.
it is. It
Really,
is.
really
I
is.
absolutely agree.
I hope
So,
the show met whatever expectations you had, my friend, and you enjoyed the time with me as much as I have with you.
Jim, you were great. I absolutely love you, and you were just Dick. I mean, look, Dixie's look at her. She's so chill. You went above and beyond, and look, she's so happy. She's just like, his voice was so magical. I'm just in La La Land, so happy. She's so happy.
Why, thank you very much.
Oh yeah, yeah. See,
That's it.
you got one of those voices. You could just read a novel,
Yeah.
for women and go. And he came into the room.
And he came
And
into the
saw
room.
her.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Today
You
we're
got-
doing
you
a
got
little.
another-
We're
yeah,
doing. We're doing East Coast meets West Coast.
There you go. Because I got to tell you, you meet people and then their voices sound like chalk, like on a chalkboard. It's like
vocal fry. Everybody does that vocal fry thing now, where they go, "I'm going to the store. I'm going to see my friend," and I'm like, "Where did that come from?" We were trained not. I've done voice work for years on radio and everything, and I'm like, we were trained not to do that.
you're right.
Yeah,
You've got an excellent voice. So, if you ever decide, Kathleen said JMS after dark. I agree.
After
There
dark.
you go. I love it, Kathleen.
That's
That's awesome. So, you could just do like a woman's novel and just read. And then,
just read.
people will just go, they'll just be like, oh, this is very nice. This is very
Yes.
soothing. There you go. Just got it.
Coming to you
All right.
live
Hey,
from
I'm a
Los
businesswoman.
Angeles.
I'm seeing a app for Jim Masters.
A
An
Jim
app that you
Masters app?
download, a Jim Masters app that you download, and then he will say wonderful stories for you that will lull you to sleep. Or
So should I be the male Alexa?
oh, that would be Just give me. I get 10%, Jim. Okay, Jim,
Well,
10%.
sure.
There you go.
Yeah. Hey, there you go. It's fair. I believe in fairness. I'm a Libra, balance and harmony.
Exactly. But
Well,
I definitely see that. You would do great. They've got the Calm app. They got all these other apps. I think they should have like a hot, like you're going to bed and a man's talking to you and telling you all these great things like, I'm going to wash the floor for you. You see, okay, you got to
yeah,
say that. Like, I
yes,
will wash the floor.
yeah.
I will take out the trash.
I have
You are
fluffed
the
your
most
pillow.
beautiful woman in the world. I will
Yeah,
feed you whatever you want.
yeah.
Chocolate, Godiva, you name it, babe. It's coming. Then a woman goes, oh, night, and goes to sleep.
I have just fluffed your pillow.
Oh, I love it. I love it. That's it.
I
You
think
got
we've
it.
started something here live on the Jim Masters Show Live. Spread the word about the show for us, my friend. We would love that. And again, continued success with everything you're doing. Yeah, you've
Thank
got your
you.
hands in so many different areas of entertainment and the arts, and in giving back to charity and in the business world. And really, it's beautiful stuff. And you're obviously
Thank
having a
you.
ball with it all. And we just absolutely. Sherry Larson says a man app. Yes.
Yes, exactly. There you go.
Linda Odell says, LOL, Jim, you're the male Alexa. I would buy one then if I was the
Oh,
male.
Linda. Linda's your big fan. She's gonna buy all that stuff. There you go. I
It's
think that's a
funny
great
because
idea.
Jane is watching in Sweden. She goes, little Santa seems a little tired, Darcy. Is he sleeping?
Yeah,
She's
yeah. Look at her. She's all relaxed. I'm telling you, your voice is
very,
like very
very,
soothing.
yeah, and you're
She's like,
rocking her too. So the combo of my voice and you rocking, why
she's
would she want to leave the scenario right
no,
now?
she's not. She's so happy. She's just like,
So
this
we
is my
could do
happy.
that. We could
There you
do that.
go.
We could do that for pets and babies and go on the road and I'll talk and you
And
rock
I'll just rock it back and forth.
them. And that's it. That's it.
I think that's a hit.
It's going to be an IPO soon on that one.
Yeah. I love it.
You have a very Merry Christmas. Best to you and your
You
family.
too.
And thanks to the assistants off to the side who
Yeah,
helped you along the way.
she did. She's
We
awesome.
appreciate that. Yep. And again, let's stay in touch. I would love to stay in touch. And again, we'll have you back as well. It really was a blast, Darcy. Thanks for
Thank you, Jim. You're amazing. And to all the listeners, Jim's phenomenal. He's very talented. And yeah, you're like the master, the Mr. Universe of your voice. I mean, it's just great. Plus, he's going to be coming out with a calendar, everybody, for his Outlander series and his Kill. So you
good.
got to check that out.
That's right.
I'm so excited. I think we should do it. I think it'd be great. I'll buy one. Linda will buy one definitely. So there you
Yes.
go.
Yes.
And you have to just go through all the months of the Christmas. So, but I just want to say happy holidays to everybody.
You
Merry
too.
Christmas.
You
2022. That's the year. A lot of great things are gonna happen. I know. So everybody just stay positive. Just trust, have faith, and know that great things are coming.
That's right. Absolutely. Good words to wrap by. And I'm glad you had a good time. And I did as well, my friend. And
And so did Dixie. Now she's waking up.
now you're waking up for the big goodbye. Rox's World says happy holidays to everyone as well. Thank you, Rox's
All
World.
right. Well, happy holidays, everybody. Love you so much. And God bless everybody. Mwah.
Kathleen Walker says, we're lucky to have Jim in his show. He's awesome. The best. Thank you, Kathleen. And Jane in Sweden says, you two would be great in a fun movie. You and Darcy with Miss Piggy and George Burns.
I love it. I think we should do it. There you go.
There you go.
We'll take that on the road and go to Vegas. How about that?
That's it. Put that in the bank.
There we go. What do you think? I think that's a good one.
You be well, my friend. Let's stay.
You too, honey.
And we'll chat again soon. Okay. Have a very
all right.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you, everybody. God bless.
Take care.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Cheers. Yes. Was that not a lot of fun? We had a blast. And I know you guys did too with all these great comments. And Merry Christmas to you as well, Linda. Odell there in Florida. and rocks his world. Welcome to the Jim Masters Show Live. We have about almost 600 episodes you can see archived on a YouTube channel right here. And everybody's saying happy holidays to everybody. We appreciate that. That was a blast. Yes, that was Darcy Donovan. She is somebody that is just she's a go-getter. I mean, if you look at her resume, she's done everything: film, television. She was a child actor, model, Ms. Nashville, Tennessee. She's into crypto. She's an author. She does inspiration. She's a recording artist. She's been on all kinds of different TV shows and in movies. And she's here for you on the Jim Masters Show Live, conversing with me and all of you. And it was a blast. We had a good time, gang. One of many fabulous episodes that we absolutely love. Hey, I want to let you know we have more great guests. Hey, if you weren't with us yesterday, music legend, singer, songwriter, Las Vegas icon Clint Holmes was with us. And from Little House on the Prairie, yes, Karen Grassley was here. We loved having her here. She was absolutely incredible. Let me show you who's coming tomorrow. For those of you who are watching live, Diana Eden. Yes, renowned Emmy-nominated costume designer, 3-time Emmy nominated. She's got this incredible new book, Stars in Their Underwear. Yes, she has dressed, costumed some of the most well-known celebrities, actors, singers, performers, Broadway, television, film, Hollywood, you name it. She's done it all. She's with us tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific. We're really looking forward to that. And then tomorrow night, we have a very special Christmas episode, Christmas holiday episode with Christmas music and holiday fun. That's tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. For those that are watching live right now, little programming notes. Vittorio DiCarlo is going to be with us live, and he's going to belt out lots of great Christmas carols and so much more. He's called the Graceful Tenor. He's a very popular tenor. He's got an incredible booming voice, and he's going to be here on a special holiday edition episode of the Jim Masters Show Live, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, putting you in the holiday spirit. We're looking forward to that. Then on Saturday afternoon, the one and only stress management expert, humorist, and author Loretta LaRoche is returning to the Jim Masters Show Live. We're going to have a blast with her. She is a riot. She's very funny. I actually interviewed her multiple times on PBS television for some national PBS specials that she did. So she was on our show, I say about a year or so ago. She's popping back on this Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific. We're going to have a lot of fun with her. And then on Saturday night this week, the one and only Debbie Campbell. Yes, she's the daughter of Glenn Campbell. She's an extraordinary country music singer and activist. And she has a wonderful book, Life with My Father, Glenn Campbell. You're going to love this. Debbie Campbell is with us live on the Jim Masters Show Live this Saturday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. Now, again, this is for those that are watching our show live. If you're watching this 6 months from now, this is old news. You can see all of these episodes in our archives. And then we've got a big announcement. Grammy-winning vocalist, song goddess extraordinaire, and dear friend Lisa Fisher is with us. Just Google her name. She sang with Mick Jagger and you name it, she's done it. She and I actually met at Carnegie Hall when I was master of ceremonies for a big Christmas concert. She was one of the featured performers. We've stayed in touch. She is gracing our presence this Monday, live, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. The one and only Lisa Fisher. Her voice is one of the most beautiful in the world and powerful. Absolutely. You guys are great. Yeah, great show. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And Merry Christmas to you as well. And Sherry Larson says, thank you, Jim, for another fantastic show. We'll see you tomorrow night. Don't think you make the afternoon, so you can watch it in the archives. If you ever miss anything, you can see them in the archives. Everyone have a great Friday as well. And you guys are the best. We're going to wrap up here. We appreciate you guys being with us. Don't forget to spread the word about the Jim Masters Show Live. Share the lovity. Tell everybody about the show and our YouTube channel, which is Jim Masters TV. We would love that. If you haven't, we would love it if you subscribe. There's no cost Just hit that red button, subscribe, click the notification bell so you never miss any of the episodes. That's right here on our YouTube channel. And give this episode a like if you enjoyed it. That's that thumbs up icon there. Give it a like and leave a comment on our YouTube channel as well. We would absolutely love that. Really cool stuff, gang. If you missed anything this week or recently, boy, we've had some amazing guests, and we really, really appreciate Darcy joining us here. It was a real hoot. Actress, singer, model, author, and so much more. She's amazing. All right, gang, we're going to wrap up. It's dinner time for us. We haven't had dinner yet, so we are going to go and eat. Hope you guys are doing great and you're enjoying your holiday season. Very Merry Christmas, everybody. Best of the holidays from all of us here at the Jim Masters Show Live, Entertainment Lifestyle Talk Show Series. And again, we will see all of you. If you're with us tomorrow live, we are here. And Kathleen says, thanks, Jim, helping me smile. See you tomorrow. Good night, all. My pleasure. I'm glad that it put a smile on your face, and hugs right back to you in New York City. And you enjoyed having Darcy on. This was a very fun show. God bless you and your family. Darcy, stay safe. And you as well. Happy Christmas time to all of you. Thanks for being with us, gang. We love all of you. Spread the word about our show. Tell everybody about this unique place called the Jim Master Show Live, Entertainment Lifestyle Talk Show Series. We have a great time on this series, and we love having it with all of you. You be well. Take care. We'll see you again next time right here on the Jim Master Show Live. Cheers.